Hey guys, welcome to Let's Go Catch Some Snaps. And you guys saw the repairing of the reels and stuff. And, I've been thinking about, you know, like I told you guys, I was going to change the fishing line on the two rod that I repaired. Now, there's all these lines are different and they all do something different. So, I was talking to my buddy Joe and he says, Lewis, I love high catch, and he says, I love it because I go out there for dolphins and this, and that. And, it served me well. And, I've also used it for the trolling, out there for dolphin, kingfish, wahoo, and all that. And, the high catch did work well. I mean, it's not a cheap monofilament line. It's actually it's an expensive line. However, this particular line doesn't work well for me in the mangroves. I mean, it may work for you guys out there, but it doesn't work well for me, especially, when it has to go through, mangrove roots and barnacles in the roots and, all these things. I end up breaking this line often. So I've tried, several different options. So another option here is the Ghost. This is the Andy Ghost. And they call it Ghost is because when you put this line in the water, you could hardly see it. That's why they called it a Ghost. And, Andy's been around for a long time and hasn't been the greatest of lines, but it's worked out. I mean, this is the type of fishing line that my dad used, back in the 70s and the 80s when I used to go fish with him. This was the line to go to. I mean, it wasn't the Ghost back then, but it was Andy's nevertheless. The only thing that I found, and I'm not talking about this particular line with the Andy's line, especially when you're flatlining in the Cuban yo-yo, my dad used to grab it and used to put it in salt water and then put it behind the boat to stretch the line. So whenever, he would flatline with the line, it wouldn't, do this thing here, tangle up and all this stuff. But it wasn't a bad line. And I've used it for mangroves too, and I've got some breaks on it and stuff. So, as far as for mangrove fishing and all that, it's okay, but it's not the greatest line that I would use. Next is a Suffix. Now, this particular line I've used inside the mangrove. And, for some reason, it has a very good resistance to, rocks and things, like grass and all that kind of stuff you find under the bottom there, structures and stuff like that. I mean, I tried it the last time that I went fishing, and for me, it worked real well. But now, let me just continue here, because one of the things that I did with this Suffix line, and I'm going to not give it, complete credit to the line, because I use the Cigar Blue Label. Now, this is a fluorocarbon line. This is a 100% fluorocarbon 30-pound line. So what I did is I used the Suffix for the reel, and I used the fluorocarbon as the leader in front of the reel. This is a very good line for fishing, especially if you're, anywhere above, if you want to fish anywhere above the surface, because this particular line does go down in a water line. However, most of the fishing that I do, other than when I'm flat lining, I do go, to the bottom or at least mid water levels. So what I do is I spool my reels with the Suffix, and then I add, like I said, the leader, I do it out of the Cigar blue label fluorocarbon line. They also have this one, the tight line, that I've also tried. I mean, it's not bad. For being something that you would get like in the pro bass shops, and it's not something that's very expensive. I've tried it out, and it seems to be pretty well. It holds them pretty good. I was actually thinking, because usually when I go out and buy fishing line, I try to get the best of the best, because like I told you guys, I definitely don't want to lose any fish out there. And when I go fishing because I love to eat fish, not because I do it because of a sport. So I when I get a nice sized fish, I don't want to lose it. So, but I bought this one and it was on special, and I tried it out, and it worked very well. I was very surprised about this particular this line. Next, again, fluorocarbon lines. I use them as leaders. You could also use them as your, to fill your reels. However, if you're trying to fish topwater plugs, I really don't recommend this. I recommend you use either a monofilament line or a braid line, because it's going to keep your plugs or whatever you have on top of the water. But anyway, we're going to get ready to spool my fishing lines. I'm going to get together with Joe, and we're going to go get some stuff, and we're going to go fill the the pen reels, and then we're going to try them out. I'm going to use a couple of different fishing lines, guys, so that way we could, we're going to go into mangroves first, and we're going to try them out. We're going to probably use, I know he's going to use high catch, because he really has, the diamond is the one that he uses. And we're going to try that out in the mangroves, and I'm going to be using the Suffix, and we're going to try that out with the Cigar blue mono, the fluorocarbon line. So let's see how it works out. And I'm going to have Joe come over here, and we're going to both spool different reels of different type of lines. And we're going to try it out for you guys. So that way when you guys go out in the mangroves or wherever you're fishing, you can try it out and see how it works out for you guys. Well, anyway, I hope this helped you out. Share, like, and subscribe. Let's go catch some snaps.